What can marathon runners teach us about immune response? At UNT, my research involves applied physiology, nutrition, resistance exercise, and the immune system. Marathon runners are particularly susceptible to upper respiratory tract infection following a marathon. The stress of exercise damages the body. The immune system has to respond to that. And if the body is subsequently exposed to an infection during that period of time, it's very likely the severity of that infection will be greatly increased. You can divide the immune response into two components: the innate component and the adaptive component. So the innate immune system is going to respond immediately when you're exposed to an infection. It doesn't need to have seen that infection before to know how to respond to it. On the other hand, there is an adaptive immune response that involves the development of antibodies, and those antibodies are very specific to the type of infection you have. The work that we do is really looking at how we can strengthen that innate immune response, particularly involving botanical compounds like Baker's yeast beta-glucan. Baker's yeast beta-glucan is a branch-chain carbohydrate structure found in the cell walls of yeast. When you ingest Baker's yeast beta-glucan on a habitual basis, that compound will actually cross from the digestive tract into a specialized lymphoid organ in the digestive tract, and it will interact with immune cells that comprise the innate immune response, and it will accelerate the way they're able to respond to future infectious challenges. We have participants reporting that their stress levels seem lower, their recovery feels better, their capacity to exercise feels better. The audience listening to this, they may say, well, this is interesting research, but I don't train for half marathons. I'll just remind everybody, it's not about extreme amounts of exercise. It's about extreme amounts of stress on the body. And regardless of whether or not exercise is the source of your stress, almost everyone has stress in their body in some way. All these different aspects of holistic health that are all improved with this component when comparing it to a placebo. Thank you for joining me today in the lab. Check out the playlist in the description to see more videos from the lab, and make sure and hit that subscribe button.